In this video, I'm going to give you some ideas for recognizing employees that you might find very helpful and useful. Welcome to Efficiency and Organization. Let me start off by telling you that employee recognition, employee celebrations are some really nice ways to build morale in your organization and also to improve the climate, the culture that you have in your company or in your sector. So, what I'm going to share is some ideas that you can use. Grab your calendar and planner because that way you can actually schedule these in and it'll help you to keep yourself accountable for doing some of them. The first is birthdays. You guys, birthdays do not have to cost a lot of money. All you have to do is just a small gesture. Write down all the employees' birthdays if they celebrate them, right? In your calendar, in your planner, and on the day of, all you have to do is go by and say happy birthday or send them a text message. It'll mean a lot to them that you remember them on that day. And also, it may not even hurt you to put a little sign, like get a sign, a few of those happy birthday signs. I'll have some links in the description of the video. Just put them on their door or somewhere. That way, everybody else who's walking by can see that it's their birthday and just give them a little greeting. Have a monthly recognition if you can. So, if you have like a staff meeting, try to pick on employees who go above and beyond their call of duty at work and recognize them. You might also want to recognize employees for doing things that you value as an organization. So, for instance, maybe you have an employee who doesn't necessarily meet all deadlines and maybe has like a very disorganized desk or something. But you know what? Whenever somebody needs help, they run to them and they just liven up the place and they're just so kind and friendly and people turn to them when they're having a bad day. So recognize that it's okay because everybody brings certain strengths and qualities to the workplace that you want to recognize in them. So it doesn't cost much. You just get some cardstock paper. I'll have a link in the description. And all you do is just on Microsoft Word, make some certificates. And every month when you have your staff meeting, go ahead and recognize them. You could do 2, 3 each time. You don't have to do very many. For holidays and special occasions, do a little something. At the very least, if you kind of decorate your workplace a little bit, it does add a little something different. It just, the spirit changes. You can even try to bring food or do a potluck if it's cheaper. That way everybody pitches in. Get together around it. Make sure you're all sitting together in one big circle if possible. There's beauty in that. And just talk, even if it's like for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, it's okay. Talk, share ideas, and that way you're breaking the monotony of the everyday work that you have to do. Put in your calendar, like I would say at the end of each month, to write 2 to 3 thank you letters. It's a really good gesture. Okay, you can think of something that somebody has done, even if it's a vendor, a supplier, or somebody in another department. Maybe somebody who came and like talked to you and they brightened your day. Uh, Find ways to recognize and show appreciation through very simple cards, very professional, and then that way you'll see that they'll post it in their offices. People really appreciate things like that. Recognize the special events that happen in an employee's life. For instance, if they're going to have a baby, if they're getting married, it's a good idea to celebrate those occasions at work because that brings the human touch to things. It's not like just work, work, work. It's also what they mean to you as an individual, as a human being. If you've had any kind of a big crisis or something big that has happened at work, and then you overcame that, like that maybe it was like semi-traumatic, then you know what? Take some time and recognize, celebrate what went well. And then, yeah, you could talk about how you can improve things in the future, but it helps after like an event like that to come together almost like a work family and give people recognition for their role in the event, how they helped, how each individual helped. Do once a year picnic, do once a year barbecue if you can. Again, it's those things add up over time, but make sure you get your planner, get your calendar, and schedule them in advance. Give people the gift of time. So it won't hurt when, like, let's say it's a day before a holiday, to give people an extra 15 minutes early to go home. It's a really nice gesture. They're still getting paid, but they get to leave earlier. It'll mean a lot to them if it's possible for your organization to do that. Not everybody could do that. If it's possible to do it, give them that gift of time. Collect emails from people, and then once a week, once every 2 weeks, send a mass email. And this basically is kind of like what people are thankful for each other for, and then you gather them and then you send it in an email. So it's not just what someone did nicely for you, but what other people are doing within the organization for each other. You could say, all right guys, it's Monday, make sure by Wednesday you send me all your thank yous, all your shout outs. So then let's say Karen wants to recognize Gary because when she was in a jam and needed help with fixing the copier, he went and helped and she was able to meet her deadline. So she wants to give him a shout out for that. So basically, what happens is everybody sends their shout outs to you, and then you send one mass shout out on Friday with everybody's um, comments. By the way, if you have ideas for things that you guys have done in your organization that have helped you, that are awesome, make sure you share in the comments, because that way the viewers are all exchanging ideas and we're all learning from each other, because there is no like one way, two ways to do this. There are a variety of ways. As long as you are recognizing employees for some of the things that they're doing, it's going to help change the culture and the climate of the organization. So the more specific you are, the better, especially if you could do it in front of their peers, in front of family. It just means a lot to them to do things like that. That is all I have for this video, and I will catch you in the next one.